hope is that we, in a sense, are not tagging people so much in a sense and saying that well, you're Aboriginal or you're Chinese or you're Japanese or you're English or you're, you know, like I think that's part of our history, that's our DNA, but I would hope that we're all God's creation, you know, and like, doesn't matter black, white, blue or brindle, as my old dad used to say.
Yeah.
You know, I think it shouldn't really come into play. I think there's a change. I think there's a shift in you know, recognising, okay, we may be English, we may be Italian, or we're Chinese or whatever. That's fine, but I think we are, what's that song about? We are Australians, you know, sort of thing. And I think that this country is a wonderful country, and I think that what we're trying to say, that if we understand the Indigenous part of this culture, in this history here, people who come to live and make this place their home, they make their home on Aboriginal country. So we walk on Aboriginal land, you know, so to know that and understand that, my hope would be that people, through the school systems, through the churches, through the community groups and a whole lot of them, that in a sense that we're not saying as Aboriginal people that you need to become Aboriginal sort of thing, but you know, you're unique, your family and who you are, and we respect you, and we ask that in return respect would be given to the Indigenous nation here within this country. So right around Australia, you know, you've probably seen that map of Australia where it's got all the different nations in it.
Yeah, the 120
you know,
or something.
Yeah, you know, like sort of, so it's not just one country. And we've had somebody say to me, why don't we have just one language, you know, Aboriginal language? And I said, well, you go to Europe and tell them over there they only need one language, you know. Yeah, they'll probably tell you quickly where to go.
Yeah.
My hope is that we become more one, one in building and in continuing to build this nation, because so much has happened by people coming to Australia, bringing certain gifts and, you know, qualities of life and stuff. They've presented that to Australia and they share in that. But there's a lot of people are hungry to know what is our true history. And I think that there's probably not enough being done in the way that we promote this nation. I think there is movement, and I've seen things in my lifetime. I've seen big changes, you know, where people have certainly saying things now that they wouldn't have said back in my time growing up. I think there's many opportunities for change, and I think a lot of people get a little bit scared of change, you know, like sort of thing, because it's the unknown that we get a little bit worried about, you know. But I think you can't go wrong by just developing relationships, like we were saying earlier. That how do we develop relationships? Just g'day, how you going? What really I think excites me about all this is we've got a lot of people that are prepared to knock that barrier down and to walk over into that other side, cross over the boundaries, the fences, whatever, and journey into that part of your place. Yeah. And understanding it and listening to you've got stories, you know. Yeah. And we want to hear those stories as well.